Hello. Below you'll find a link in PDF document to 3 short articles that I've written for you. As a person that translates Romanized Sanskrit and someone that translates ancient Pali. Ancient Pali, by the way, is the pre-sectarian corpus of original so-called quote-unquote Buddhism. Circa 460 BCE, Magadha Valley, ancient India. Of course, India didn't exist back then, but I've written these 3 articles, and they're extremely pithy. They're hyperlogical, and they have an enormous amount of citation, book and verse, and everything is backed up. I hope you enjoy them. Article number 1 that I've written for you is on avidya and monistic emanationism in original. Keyword here being original Buddhist doctrine, specifically avidya in Pali, or avidya in Sanskrit, often translated as ignorance, is not correct. There's 2 modalities, not only in ancient Greek and Indian, regarding the term quote-unquote ignorance. There's conventional ignorance of an existential human being, right? Ignorant person. Yes, but this is in reference to the extrinsic attribute of the absolute, just kind of like light and illumination. If you were to say the absolute, or Brahman, would be light, and the extrinsic attribute, which is inseparable from the principle, would be illumination, right? Light and illumination. Avidya is in specific reference to the extrinsic attribute of the absolute. Original Buddhism was absolutely no different than hardcore Platonic Greek monistic emanationism, which is no different than Neoplatonic emanationism. No different than, of course, latter-day Advaita Vedanta, whose founder was Sri Shankaracharya. So anyway, this article is extremely pithy, and I hope you enjoy it. I give a lot of book and verse citations. And here's something else. If you're not very familiar with Buddhism as it currently exists, if you make reference to the Atman, or the soul, Buddhists, in their incredible ignorance, will say, well, that's Hindu belief. And I completely destroy that horrific concept of quote-unquote Hindu. Well, that's Hinduism. Well, Hinduism actually is not a religion. It refers to a peoples. There's no such thing as a religion of Hinduism. That's not my belief or feelings. I'll give you quotes from the Encyclopedia of Religion, in a religion in Vedic literature, and another citation. There's no such thing as a religion of Hinduism. So this sort of backhanded modern-day Buddhist insult has no basis in fact whatsoever. It's completely biased poppycock nonsense, twaddle, in the extreme. You should enjoy that. Here's another one, and it's a statement that, or a question that everybody always asks when they say, I don't know where my soul is. And there are 4 fundamental errors in the question that has been posed since the beginning of time: I don't know where my soul is. And I explain that in very short, pithy fashion, because the question itself is a loaded fallacy. My soul regarding possession, one thing owning another, or I don't know, which would be reference to ignorance, where it is, as if it is in a Cartesian locus. So I completely dissect that and give you several references, and I think you should find it educational. So anyway, I hope you like these 3 articles that I've written for you, and the link is below. It's a free download PDF, and I hope you like these videos, and specifically the articles that I've written for people, folks, you guys. And if you like any of them, you could always drop a donation, or you tell me to jump off a cliff. It is free. I tell you what, when you write hardcore articles on metaphysics and you provide a lot of book and verse citations, that stuff is not particularly easy. Even for people that are very skilled at it and been doing it for decades like I have. But, whatever makes you happy. Don't say I don't write hardcore articles and books on metaphysics, because, oh yes, I definitely do. I got a lot of them. So thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely weekend.